Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare Lincoln penny coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a single coin make you rich. Number 1. Today, we are going to talk about a coin that carries a piece of American history in its design. And it is far more exciting than most people realize. The 2009 Lincoln Professional Life Penny from Illinois. Don't let this penny slip past your eyes, because what I'm about to share will make collectors and coin hunters lean forward and pay very close attention. This isn't just a simple cent. This coin is part of the 4-piece Lincoln Bicentennial series struck in 2009 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. And this specific design, showing Lincoln standing tall at the Illinois state capitol, is a coin that can hold hidden surprises, errors, and rarities that make it a thrilling discovery in the world of coin collecting. The 2009 Lincoln Professional Life Cent is admired because it tells a story of Lincoln's years in Illinois when he was working as a lawyer and shaping the political career that would eventually lead him to the presidency. That is why collectors are drawn to it, because the design connects directly to one of the most powerful chapters of American history. But beyond the beauty and symbolism of the design, this coin has caught the attention of collectors due to the incredible varieties and minting errors that some of these coins display. And those are the ones that change everything for collectors who are lucky enough to find them. One of the most thrilling discoveries on the 2009 Professional Life Penny is the double die error. Imagine holding a penny and noticing the letters, numbers, or parts of the design look like they were struck twice. That is a double die, and it makes the coin jump from common change into a rare collectible that can fetch huge demand. Off-center strikes are another kind of error that makes these coins exciting, where Lincoln or the Capitol building looks shifted or cut off because the strike wasn't centered properly. And believe me, collectors absolutely love these dramatic varieties. Then there are die cracks, cuds, and even plating errors that occurred on some of the 2009 cents, and these all add to the thrill of the hunt. A simple penny suddenly becomes a rarity because of a small detail that most people would miss at first glance. But sharp-eyed collectors know exactly what to look for. And that is why this coin still creates excitement today, because even though it was minted in large numbers, the rare ones stand out in an unforgettable way. Now here is something important for every coin lover listening right now. Always check both sides of your coins carefully. Get a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, the lettering, and the details on Lincoln's figure and the building behind him, because even the slightest doubling or misprint could mean you're holding something that collectors across the country are hunting for. Protect your coins by keeping them in holders or flips so they don't get scratched. And if you think you have a rare error coin, send it for grading so it can be certified, because that little step can raise the value in markets and auctions dramatically. The 2009 Lincoln Professional Life Penny teaches us something important. History and value go hand in hand, and sometimes the coins that look the most ordinary end up carrying the biggest surprises. Collectors from cities and small towns alike have uncovered treasures from this series, and every time a new variety appears, it only fuels the passion for the hunt even more. And now here's the most thrilling part. When these coins were first released in 2009, their original market value was just 1 cent. That's right, only a penny. But today, certain examples with rare errors or in pristine condition have sold in auctions and markets for much higher amounts, turning that single cent into a collector's prize that people are willing to pay big money for. Number 2. We are diving into the 1982 Lincoln cent. This coin might look like an ordinary penny to most people, but if you are a coin collector or someone who loves to hunt through pocket change, you need to pay very close attention, because this year produced some of the most unique and valuable varieties you could ever dream of finding. The thrill of 1982 lies not just in its design, but in the changes that took place that year, which created a series of coins that collectors chase with pure excitement. In 1982, the United States Mint switched the composition of the Lincoln penny from copper to a copper-plated zinc, and that single decision gave birth to multiple varieties in a single year. You have both large date and small date versions, and they exist in both copper and zinc compositions, which means that instead of just one type of 1982 penny, there are actually 7 different recognized types. Imagine that. 7 varieties in 1 year, and this is exactly why coin lovers can never resist looking through their old pennies from 1982, because you just never know what treasure could be hiding among them. Now here's where it gets even more exciting, because the 1982 Lincoln cent also has famous mint errors and die varieties that have shocked the coin collecting community. One of the most thrilling finds is the 1982 double die. where the numbers in the date or the letters in Liberty and in God We Trust look doubled. And that tiny detail transforms a penny from pocket change into a rarity that collectors are desperate to own. Another dramatic error is the transitional mistake where a coin was struck on the wrong planchet, meaning a copper planchet was used when it should have been zinc or vice versa, and those errors are incredibly valuable because they are literally accidents from the mint that slipped into circulation. Collectors also search for off-center strikes, broad strikes, and die cracks on 1982 cents, each one making the coin even more unique and desirable. Imagine finding a 1982 penny where Lincoln's portrait is shifted way off to the side, or a coin with a massive die break across the design. These are the kinds of discoveries that get coin hunters talking, trading, and bidding high in auctions. That's why 1982 is remembered as one of the most thrilling years in Lincoln cent history, because the possibilities of rare finds are endless. For collectors who want to know how to spot the real treasures, here's a tip that can make a huge difference. Weigh your 1982 pennies. A copper cent weighs about 3.1 grams, while a zinc one weighs about 2.5 grams, and that simple step can help you identify whether you have a copper or zinc version, which is key in knowing which variety you are holding. Another important step is to carefully study the date style to see if it is large date or small date, because some combinations are far scarcer than others. Always use a magnifying glass, handle your coins carefully, and protect them in holders so they don't get scratched, because condition is everything when it comes to maximizing value. The 1982 penny continues to spark excitement because every collector knows that something special could be waiting in their jar of change or tucked away in an old drawer. Across the country, in coin shows, shops, and auctions, these pennies create buzz whenever a rare error or variety appears. And it's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of discovery and the connection to a moment in American coinage history that was full of change and surprises. And now let's talk about the original market value. When this coin was first released in 1982, its value was simply 1 cent. Just 1 penny. But today, depending on the variety and condition, these coins have sold in cities and markets for amounts that turn that tiny 1 cent into a serious prize, with auction examples proving that collectors are willing to pay big money for the right 1982 cent. Number 3, and last penny coin. Let me take you back to the year 1993, a year that might not sound too distant, but for coin collectors it carries a hidden thrill. The United States of America released millions of Lincoln pennies that year, and while most people tossed them into pockets, jars, or cash registers without a second thought, today they can be the key to a surprising treasure. You might think a coin as young as 1993 couldn't possibly be rare or special, but trust me, you don't want to underestimate this penny, because the secrets behind it are enough to keep collectors hooked and searching. The 1993 Lincoln cent continues the beloved design of Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front, a tradition that has lasted since 1909, and on the reverse you'll find the Lincoln Memorial standing tall, as it had since 1959. But here's where things get interesting, because 1993 was a transitional year in the minting process, and with that came small but powerful differences that make certain coins highly collectible today. While the general mintage was huge, not every penny turned out the same, and that's what gives thrill to hunters and collectors who know what to look for. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1993 penny is the world of mint errors and varieties that slipped into circulation. Double dies where the lettering or the date shows a clear doubling effect are a dream for collectors, and some of these errors have sold for surprising amounts in auctions. Then there are off-center strikes, where Lincoln's face might be shifted dramatically off to one side, or broad strikes where the rim looks stretched out, giving the coin a unique and unmistakable appearance. These are not just mistakes, they are one-of-a-kind treasures, and that's why people search through rolls and jars of pennies hoping to catch one. Another reason the 1993 penny excites collectors is condition. Most coins from that year were spent and circulated heavily, showing scratches, dings, and marks from years of handling. But when you come across a bright red, uncirculated 1993 Lincoln cent, it's a sight to behold, and the value can jump instantly compared to the dull, worn-out versions most people have seen. High-grade examples certified by grading services have shocked collectors with their beauty, and when they cross the auction block, they command attention and strong bidding. If you are a collector or someone just getting into the world of coins, here's a tip that can help you with 1993 pennies. Always check the mint mark. Pennies minted in Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while Denver issues bear the small D under the date. And some collectors love to build sets of both versions in pristine condition. Pay close attention to details like doubling, planchet flaws, or striking strength, because those small details can be the difference between a penny worth only face value and a coin worth hundreds of dollars. Handle your coins carefully, use gloves if possible, and store them in protective holders to preserve their condition, because once damaged, their value can never be restored. The 1993 penny might not seem old, but that is exactly what makes it such a fun hunt, because millions of people overlook it completely. While most think only pennies from the early 1900s can be valuable, modern coins like the 1993 Lincoln cent prove that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and that treasure could be sitting right in your change jar or wallet without you even realizing it. Now let's talk about its original market value. When the 1993 Lincoln penny was first released into circulation, it was worth only 1 cent, just a single penny. And yet today, because of condition, errors, and collector demand, examples of this coin have sold in coin shops, online markets, and even major auctions for amounts that no one back in 1993 could have imagined. So the next time you come across a 1993 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to study it, because you might be holding a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every coin has a story. Every year has a surprise. And even the most ordinary penny can turn into an extraordinary find. If you enjoyed this journey into the story of the 1993 Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on rare and valuable coin discoveries. And don't forget to share your own coin finds in the comments, because together we are building a community of treasure hunters who know the excitement that comes with every coin search.